Welcome to pattern making class. This is Annette Julie, and in the last video we are working on developing our basic sleeve and working on the sleeve cap, and we have our measurements that we're working on, so please go ahead and watch the video prior to this one. Now we've got all our lines, we're ready to go ahead and build the curves to the sleeve cap. So we have to go up and down to make our little curves. So in the front, for the line that is closest, this is our front, this is our back. In the front, on the line that's closest to the grain line, we are going to go up 5/8 of an inch, 5/8 and mark. Okay, now on the next line down in the front, we're going to go up 3/16 and mark. So we went up 5/8 and we went up 3/16. We're still working on the front, and now we're going to go down and mark the end of that line. We're going to go down off our long straight line here, 1/2 inch. And I've crossed the end of the line to show here I've gone up 5/8, here up 3/16, and this line closest to the bicep down 1/2. Now we're going to work on the back. On the line that's perpendicular with the long line that connects from bicep to our sleeve cap, we're going to go on that line that's closest to the sleeve cap, we're going to go up 3/4 of an inch, mark the end of that line. Then we're going to go up 3/16. Go ahead and mark it, and we're going to go in 1/2 inch. So here we've gone in 1/2 inch. We've gone up 3/16. This is the back. We've gone up 3/4. And in the front, I'm making a correction. I only meant to go down 3/8. Let me change that and mark that 3/8. This is why my students are using a pencil. Okay, now we're going to make sense of all those lines. Go ahead and grab your curve ruler. You're going to need it for the next part. Doesn't need to look exactly like mine, but it is helpful. Also, too, if you want to work with the pencil, that's helpful too. So we're trying to make a curve that goes out, hits, comes back, hits, goes under the line, and then hits right here. It's hitting each one of those little lines that we made. Okay, and the same with the back here. It's going to curve out, then it's going to come back and hit, continue and go under, hit the next line, and end up right there at our bicep. Okay, that's mostly what that sleeve cap is going to look like. Curving, hitting each one of our lines, and being very continuous. So grab a pencil. Let's use your ruler. I'm going to put mine in pen now, since I'm liking already what my line is looking like. Look, I'm going from the sleeve cap to the first mark. Then I'm making sure my line is continuous from the next mark. There we go, that looks continuous. Now, with that curve, I need to flip it the other direction and come in. Let's make that line continuous and come in. And I'm flipping my ruler again. Grabbing that point that was only supposed to be 3/8, not 1/2 inch. And bringing that line down to the bicep. That looks nice, nice and continuous. Let's do the back. The curve is out, curving out and round from sleeve cap down to first mark. We're still curving out and round down to our next mark, crossing it. But then when we cross it, we're starting to curve in. So let's flip the pattern around so you can work with it with ease. And let's bring that curve line in a little bit more than I was hand drafting. There we go. That looks continuous. That looks good. Now you need to flip your ruler again. Bring that curve right end at that bicep line. Let's bring that in. And this is in that 1/2 inch. And there's our sleeve cap. That's looking great. Now since this is the front and this is the back, we have to put some notches on here, but they're real specific measurements. So in the front, take your ruler on the edge, come up exactly 3 inches, make a mark, and cross that line. Put a huge U on it. We know that's the notch. Grab a colored pen. Okay. Now in the back, we're also going up 3 inches, bicep, up, curve that ruler, mark it, cross that line perpendicular, and then also go up another 1/2 inch. Those are the notches for the back. They're double notches. Get a big U on it so we can see what's going on with the pattern. Also, your contrast pen. There's our double notches for the back. We're looking at the sleeve, where down there is the wrist. Now here's the grain line. But we need to set that 1/4 of an inch forward so it makes our back sleeve cap larger than the front. Bring that notch forward from the grain line. This notch will line up with our shoulder seam. And remember at the beginning we wanted to have our front armhole was 9 inches. We wanted to add a 1/2 inch ease and have our front sleeve cap 9.5. Then our back armhole was 9.5 plus a 1/2 inch ease. Back sleeve cap should be 10. So let's check our measurements. Put your ruler on edge and walk it along your curved line. And you're measuring right up to the single notch. Perfect. 9.5. That's the front. Now, from that single notch, you're measuring down to that bicep line. Again, you're walking that ruler right on the line. Perfect. 10 inches. Exactly what we want. And in our next video, we're going to go from the bicep line down and finished to the wrist. This is Annette Jolie. Thanks for watching the videos.